are sold out in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for Raw is War. The road to WrestleMania has well and truly begun, following last night in Madison Square Garden where The Rock won the Royal Rumble. Well, tonight, the Great One is back in action as he'll go toe-to-toe with two of his biggest rivals. Of course, The Big Show, who Rock last eliminated to win the Rumble match, and Show will team with the WWF champion Triple H. The Game, who holds the very title The Rock will challenge for in the main event of WrestleMania. The McMahon-Helmsley era have allowed The Rock to pick a partner of his choosing for this bout tonight, but should he not find one, then this will be a handicap match. We've also got two titles on the line this evening. Ivory will defend the Women's Championship against Jacqueline, who makes her return to the ring tonight after a 5-month injury layoff. The new Age Outlaws will put up the tag team titles versus the Hardy Boyz. Both teams were successful with victories last night of the Rumble. Despite that, both did take quite the beating, especially the Hardys after the war they went through last night in the tables match with the Dudleyz. We're going to go straight down to the ring as this match is set to begin. The Hardys earning this shot following their victory last night against the Dudleyz. It wasn't a traditional number one contenders match, but given how impressive Matt and Jeff were, it was WWF officials Pat Patterson and Gerald Briscoe who demanded they be given a tag team title match. Let's not forget that the Outlaws tried to take out the Hardys multiple times over the last month or so in order to avoid facing them. Matt Hardy just coming off suffering a broken nose and cheekbone at the hands of the Outlaws a month ago after a famouser on solid ground in the backstage area. Matt currently being worn down with the double team. The Hardys technically not even cleared to wrestle tonight, but Patterson and Briscoe making sure they got this match, and perhaps the Hardys' condition played a part in the McMahon-Helmsley era ultimately signing off on this bout. Tornado DDT, Matt showing some life. There's the tag. Jeff is in now. Double face buster, so much impact there. That's the twist of fate. And a senton bomb to go with it. Hardys have this in the bag. Gun taken out, but X-Pac pulling out the referee. The Hardys had the titles won. Bubba Ray Dudley in, looking for revenge from last night. Devon as well. The Hardys are going to get screwed here when they should be the new tag team champions. The second official now. Oh, not the table. Jeff stays alive, but the numbers game catching up again. Famous, the move that kept the Outlaws the tag titles last night in similar fashion to this here, with X-Pac interfering at the Rumble as well. Outlaws retained, but it took 5 people to put the Hardys away. We're back on Raw. The Dudleyz assaulted the Hardys as a stop power bomb from the top all the way through the table. If Jeff's back wasn't broken from last night, it is now. Bubba's in a trance. It's like he's having an out-of-body experience.
Last night at the Royal Rumble, I was robbed. And everybody sitting in Madison Square Garden last night, and all the fans watching on pay-per-view, saw Rocky's feet hit the ground first.
Well, the show dominated The Rock, and most of that exchange, King. There's no doubt about that.
So in all actuality, I did win the Royal Rumble, but I was robbed.
Just making the Big Show matter.
Oh, The Rock's feet touch the ground first. Well, The Rock says it doesn't matter if The Rock's feet touch the ground first. The Rock says this: it doesn't matter if The Rock's feet touch the ground. It doesn't matter where The Rock's feet touch the ground, the mat, or straight up your big fat candy ass.
Oh my God! I'll tell you what, I don't think The Rock's making a very wise decision here, King. That the Big Show may tear The Rock apart right here.
This ain't the NFL. There is no instant replay. The only thing that matters right now is The Rock has won the Royal Rumble, The Rock is going to WrestleMania, and The Rock stands before you, the people's champion.
Last night at the Royal Rumble, your Olympic hero experienced something that he has never in his life experienced before. It was not defeat, not by any means. It was something much worse. It has to do with honor. You see, I have documents, and written letters from wrestling officials, not to mention the International Olympic Committee, and even doctors that state that last night was an illegal hold by my so-called unnamed opponent.
Well, Taz choked out Kurt Angle at the Royal Rumble.
No apologies are needed for last night because your Olympic Hero's undefeated streak is still intact.
It's Taz after his debut victory last night, out to shut Angle up, and in his old stomping ground of Philadelphia, choking out Kurt once again here.
That's probably not as hungry as I've been.
Can I get your autograph, sir?
All right. M.A.
Listen, Mark knows how to spell.
Just trying to help you.
Hey, I appreciate it. But Mark, how come you're such a loser, brother?
All right, I'm a loser, man.
What do you mean you're a loser?
Oh, God! What in the world? Oh, Moo and me, you don't pick it up their aggression. And that old boy, that good old boy eating his dinner. What in the world? Well, he disrespected Mark Henry. Grief. Get in there, Harvey. Pull her wig off. I knew this double dating was a bad idea.
Come on, Harvey.
Jacqueline wrestling her first match back in over 5 months. You have to wonder if there'll be any ring rust there. Ivory's held down fort here in the World Wrestling Federation since Jackie's been gone. Ivory's been women's champion for the best part of 9 months, with a minor blip in between when she briefly dropped the belt to Mae Young. And check out the hide Ivory planted with a jumping DDT. And could this be all the rope break there? Both of these ladies were participants in last night's Miss Rumble 2000 swimsuit contest, of which Mae Young was the winner of. We saw her out celebrating in the restaurant earlier. Got pretty ugly there. There's the Cat, who made her debut in the swimsuit contest last night at the Rumble, but what is she doing out here? The King's certainly excited to see her. He's in his ring gear and everything. Ivory none too pleased. She took her eye off the ball though. Jacqueline takes over with the DDT. Cover. And just like that, we've got a new women's champion. Jacqueline is the victor. But folks, we've got to cut to the back. We have a brawl of progress in the locker room. It's the Holly Cousins Hardcore apparently seen berating Crash for being eliminated by a woman last night in the Rumble. That was Chyna. And that's led to this beating. Finally, the Smackdown 2 It Doesn't Matter mod has come to an emulator near you. That's right, the mod that has been heavily featured throughout the Smackdown Games Universe mode is now available. Brand new attires for Smackdown 2 with some new characters added as well, created by the artistic master that is inspired and hatched from the mind of the legendary Sean O'Connor. Get your hands on this truly game-changing mod for Smackdown 2 right now.
Oh, my red dropper, son.
It's enough of that lovey-dovey crap. Whatever happened to good old-fashioned American sex?
Rock, do you have any idea who your partner is going to be tonight in the tag team match against Triple H and The Big Show?
Listen, The Rock says this. You want to know who The Rock's tag team partner is? Well, you're looking at him. That's exactly who The Rock's tag team partner is. The Rock is going to go right out there and beat both their jabroni candy asses by himself.
Smackdown comes to Baltimore on Thursday, and on tap for you, we have the Intercontinental Champion Chris Jericho taking on Crash Holly in a non-title bout. Crash, who we saw getting into a fight with his cousin Hardcore earlier, over Hardcore being unhappy with Crash's showing in the Royal Rumble match. Jericho, on the other hand, put in a heck of a performance in the Rumble, so we're going to see how either he or Crash can follow things up in this one.
on? Yo, Jimmy, hit me with that Triple H. Yo, you let the music keep playing, Mr. Bone. Yo, tell me what time it is now.
If you smell it's coming. The Rock says, The Rock says.
Rikishi answering the call to be The Rock's partner. Rikishi wasn't going to let his family member go in it alone. Certainly a mutual bond there, but I'm not sure the same can be said for the Big Show and Triple H. They've worked together at times on account of having mutual enemies like tonight, but they're far from friends. Big Show in control of The Rock. The final two of last night's Royal Rumble match. The Big Show saying tonight that The Rock's feet hit the ground first. Show was celebrating the victory before The Rock pulled himself back underneath the ropes. We did not actually get to see if The Rock's feet touched. The referees were out of position. One was dealing with Kane, who was livid, ran amok all the way to the backstage area. Another ref was attending to X-Pac, who took a hard fall. While the third ref didn't get to the far side of the ring in time to see whether or not if Rock's feet did hit the floor or not. There's the DDT, and could this be the turning point? Tag to Rikishi, and on the other side, Big Show back in. Massive coming together. Rikishi, who had such a fantastic showing in last night's Royal Rumble, was in it for half of the match, eliminating 6 men in total. Well, the Rock's having to fend off the Outlaws who came through the crowd. It was only a matter of time before DX interfered. But hold on, look out. Show dodges, but Triple H clocking Rikishi from behind, and oh boy. Show with an amazing show of strength there. The choke slam, hoisting up 400-pound man there. The Rock is still busy with Billy Gunn on the outside. Referee saying focus in the ring. It's a count, but The Rock's not going to be able to get in time. And that is going to do it. Show and Triple H are the winners, but Rock's at a disadvantage now. Shows you what kind of man he is. Still coming back for more even when outnumbered. Oh, it's Show and Triple H are going to try and ensure The Rock doesn't even make it to WrestleMania. The Rock fighting back, but the odds are against him here. Cactus Jack still reeling from last night, but he's got back up, looking for revenge from the Rumble, courtesy of the 2x4. The Rock still standing, Cactus still standing. This war rages on.